AM 1170, The Answer.
Welcome back. You are listening to Whissel Wednesdays here on AM 1170, The Answer. My name is Kyle Whissel, your host with Whissel Realty. Joined as always by Mr. Jason Hall, Team Home Loans. Before the break, we were talking with David Heiman, computer troubleshooters out of Del Mar, and Brandy Pike with the Whissel Realty team. If you want to get connected with either of those guys, 619-663-SELL, 619-663-7355. And again, Brandy has a new listing coming soon, a house in San Diego. 3-bedroom, 2 baths. Does it still have the garage? 2-car garage?
Oh, yeah. Still has a 2-car garage.
Backyard.
Under
$400,000.
Hasn't hit the market yet. You can only get it from contacting us. 619-663-7355. We'll put you in touch with Brandy.
And Jason, somebody could buy that home, $400,000 home. How much do they need? You know, let's say a first-time buyer maybe doesn't have a ton of money in the bank. What could they buy that with?
That's a good question. So if you happen to ever serve in the military, you can get in with no money down, no closing costs.
How much?
No money down.
As in zero?
No closing cost. Working with Team Home Loans, we can get you in there with nothing. I have a lot of veterans living here in San Diego. But even if you haven't served, like I didn't, although my brother served, my dad served, you can get in with 3%. So that's $12,000. And we still can probably pay your closing costs or ask the seller. So you need a minimum of $12,000.
Okay.
So that's all you need.
$12,000.
That's almost like your deposit on a rental.
Seriously, right now. First and last month rent's like $5,000.
Yeah.
I mean, that place
At
probably
minimum.
rent for close to $2,500 a month.
Right.
So just to move in as a renter, you're probably driving $5,000.
Right. And that's going to be your payment, right?
Yeah.
Around $2,500 a month.
Okay, so let's look at that. I can rent a house similar to this for $2,500 a month, or I can buy one for $2,500 a month. So at the end of the day, I mean, it's all equal, right? Or is it not?
It's not, right?
So why is it not?
Why is it not? You're getting tax deductions that a lot of people don't realize. You're getting right off your property tax, your mortgage interest, right? And then what people forget about, and Craig Sewing's really good about talking about this on the TV show, the appreciation of the home. And you're really good at this. When you're putting down, let's say 3%, you put down $12,000 on a $400,000 investment that, let's just say, only goes up 5% a year, which is like really low for San Diego historically. That's a $20,000 improvement. So over 5 years at 5%, very conservative, you're up $100,000. You put $12,000 down, right? And you got a return of $100,000. I mean, that's unheard of on any other investment. If you went to the stock market and said, hey, I'm going to give you $12,000, I want $112,000 back, in 5 years, they would laugh at you, right?
Yep.
And this is what you can do, and we all need a place to live. What better investment to have than a place that you get to live in, take care of, watch? And or like you, Kyle, you started with your own home, and then you're able to rent that home, move to the next house, rented that home, move to the next house, and your renters are now paying your mortgage payment there in Sky Ranch.
Exactly.
So it's a great investment. It's just, dollar to dollar, people think, oh yeah, it's $2,500, $2,500. I don't want to own a home. And they rent and they never get ahead. And it's so sad. You see people at 50 years old who've never owned a home, and everybody told them they should buy, and they kept going, well, I think it'll go down. I think the market will go down. I think rates will come back down. And they wait and wait and wait and always fall behind.
Yeah, they miss their time.
I mean, I've got friends now who I sold them condos, 3, 4, 5 years ago, and they're selling those condos, buying houses. They're making more money off the sale of that condo than they're making from their job that year that they sell it.
And most of them, because I'm doing a lot of their mortgages, their payment's the same on the house that it was on their condo.
Right.
Because the equity they've gained, because the rates have dropped, and they have no HOAs. And they're like, wow, this is exactly what Kyle said to do. I did it, and I can't believe I'm in this home.
Yep. And we've got other friends where we try to, lead them down the path of, let's get this condo. Might not be perfect right now, but you got to start somewhere.
Just start somewhere.
We all got our first car. We didn't go out and buy the Tesla for the first car. I started with a little Honda CRX. Jason, you probably started with a Flintstones car without a motor. We all start somewhere, and we work our way up the ladder. It's the same way with a house. Start with that condo. Might not be exactly what you want. It's not your forever home.
It's
just
a
a place that you're going to stay.
Right.
Stay at least 2 years. At the end of 2 years, you could sell it.
And why
take
2
all the
years?
money,
Why 2 years? Tax free. You get $250,000 for a single person, $500,000 tax deduction. So if you could make up to $500,000 in 2 years as a married couple and pay 0 income tax,
and
federal
laugh
and
in
state.
Uncle Sam's face.
I mean, I have clients that literally buy and sell their home every 2 to 4 years. Every 2 to 4.
I know a guy who wants to do that, but his wife won't let him.
Oh, thank you very much for bringing that up, man.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a sore subject, Dave and Brandy. You know, my wife, just loves to be in the same home. And I understand that. She's a nester and she wants to build a nest and she doesn't want to move. And, a lot of people don't want to move. But being in the position that I am, I'm like, honey, we can make an extra 100 to 200 grand a year just moving every 2 years.
You want to move already?
I don't want to do that. No, I wanted to buy homes that I knew I could easily resell, right? And literally move in every 2 years. And the wife doesn't, She just, she's a nester. And I've been happily married 26 years. And so guess what? I'm going to do what the wife wants.
Amen.
And even though it's cost me some money, she's like, hey, you can buy rental property, but, you got to put a tenant in there, and there's some other headaches to go with that. You don't get quite the same tax deductions, even though you can 1031 and do some other things. But thanks for bringing that up, Kyle.
No problem. If you want to get connected with Brandy and Jason, figure out the right way to buy this 400 or what is it, 400 even? Or
yeah, $400,000.
$400,000 house,
Like
3 bed.
$399.99. We said under 400.
Just under 400.
Yeah, $100 under. If you want to figure out if this is the right home for you to quit doing the rat race, renting for the rest of your life, not building any equity, and basically paying the mortgage off for somebody like me, a landlord, give us a call. We'd love to explore that possibility, see if it's right for you and your family. 619-663-SELL, 619-663-7355.
Help me help you.
Ooh, I like it.
You like that one?
I like
You were
it.
on it with the soundboard today.
The sewing sound effects.
That's what that is titled.
That's what your
even
cheat
titled.
sheet says?
That's your cheat sheet. It's been in place here a couple of years.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you still use the cheat sheet.
And I still use the cheat sheet because they haven't changed it. So, I always like this one here.
I love it.
That's a good one.
So let's talk about the cash register, Jason.
Yes, sir.
We've got a property coming up, probably the coolest property I've ever listed, coming up today. This thing is actually either today or tomorrow. We're going live with this property. So this property is on the east side of Poway. It has the most ridiculous views you've ever seen. You can look south, see all the way down to the Coronado Islands. You can look north, see all the way to Catalina Island. Ocean, mountains, golf courses,
So
lakes.
you are on top of your own mountain.
You literally
Right.
feel like you're on top of the world.
But you're on top of your own mountain, right? It's like
There's
a family.
two other houses.
There's two.
Okay, there's 2 other homes. All right, but
There's
it's
two
like
other
a
homes.
family compound because how many acres is this one estate?
So this property sits on 17.61 acres of land. 17 plus
All right.
acres.
Paul, how big is Qualcomm parking lot and the stadium? You have any idea?
I do not know, but I'll find out.
I know that it's one of the largest parking lots in the world.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
Fun fact.
Fun fact to know.
Yeah.
But it's right around there. I mean, so we're talking about a huge property,
You
17
own
acres.
a large portion of a mountain. And what's great is it's not, sometimes you see properties that have a ton of acreage, but most of it is just hillside. 7 acres of this property are fully developed. So you've got a lot
So I've
of
seen
land.
the video.
Yes.
And I know you guys there's a huge, beautiful pool. There's a tennis court.
Yeah, so
What-
you've got a main house, a guest house, and an RV garage with casita. Almost 10,000 square feet of total living space on this property. And it's really set up to have, a family with some kids live in the main house, have the grandparents like you
Yeah.
live in the guest house.
Come on, Melanie
And then-
JJ.
and then you've
Come on,
got-
Melanie JJ. I'm ready.
And then you've got a casita out back. So if you've got guests in town, they've got their own place
There's
to stay.
3 homes?
3.
Oh,
Yeah.
my goodness.
So you've got 3 separate places for people to stay.
So how many
when they
bedrooms
come over.
altogether?
It's with these larger homes. There's a lot of rooms that aren't used as bedrooms. So the main house is 4 bedrooms, 5.5 baths. But you've got a movie theater.
More
You've got a
bathrooms.
fitness
More
room.
bathrooms than there's bedrooms.
Yeah, movie theater, fitness room. You've got 2 offices. So you've got a lot of rooms that could be bedrooms if you needed more. But in a home like this, it's really set up just to have your typical, 4, 5, 6 person family live in the main house, and then the guest house is almost 2,000 square feet. A guest house. So this isn't like your little granny flat. This is a full separate house, almost
And now,
2,000 square feet.
I know I've
2-car
seen
garage.
a few videos that you've done because you guys got in a helicopter and literally landed it on the property.
Yes, sir.
Right? And you guys shot all around. Where can I and our listeners see that footage.
So we're going to release that video today. So if you want to get a copy of that video before it gets released, shoot us a text, give us a call, 619-663-SELL, 619-663-7355. And we're going to cut the show off here, but just to put it out there, this property, $3.9 million. It is absolutely amazing. If you want to live on top of a mountain, have your own compound, tennis courts, sand volleyball courts, resort-style pool, grotto, water slides, putting green, all that stuff, $3.9 million out in Poway. Give us a call, shoot us a text, 619-663-SELL. Thank you so much for listening to the show today. Thank you to all the guests we've had on. We'll talk to you next Wednesday here on Whissel Wednesdays, AM 1170, The Answer.